Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's episode on Blue Horizon Diving. Have you guys ever seen that famous film, The Beach, by Leonardo DiCaprio in 2000 and wondered, what was it like diving Koh Phi Phi? Well, today, we're going to show you that. Run intro. Hey guys, if it's the first time to our channel coming across us, welcome to Blue Horizon Diving, where we share epic adventures diving around the world and take you guys on epic adventures on our trips as well. Now, if you haven't done before, make your next dive on the subscribe button, it helps out so much. Now, all of you know that famous film from 2000, Leonardo DiCaprio's The Beach. It was a spectacular film and it made this area so famous, Koh Phi Phi. Now, I actually worked here back in 2016 and this was the very first time of going back and diving it and seeing what it looks like, especially after COVID, and hopefully the reefs have helped as well. So guys, let's jump in and see one of the most famous spots in Thailand, Koh Phi Phi. Let's go. It's so great to be back in Koh Phi Phi. As I said, I used to work here in 2016 and I remember this dive site so well. This one is famous for black-tip reef sharks. As you can see, I'm looking around like, where are they? And out of nowhere, past this needlefish, pops out a black-tip reef shark. And I was like, I just remember these from before and it was so cool to finally see them again. Of course, they won't be the same ones because these were little ones, but it was so nice to be back at this dive site. It brings back funny memories when I used to guide these sites for years, and now you're back as a fun diver following someone else. It's quite nice to switch off. All dive pros will know this, switching off and being able to just enjoy a dive and not have to check up on customers every 2 seconds. So this was really special again. And when we're looking over the rock, this is what Koh Phi Phi is famous for. These yellow snappers. There's bait balls in them everywhere. Even when you're looking at little anemone fish, you pop up on the reef and there's another big bait ball. This is one of the most common signs in Koh Phi Phi that you're going to see. They are everywhere. And you're going to see that today in this video as we go around exploring the beautiful dives around Koh Phi Phi, and you're going to see so many different marine lives just kicking around, relaxing the reef, and huge bait balls of yellow snappers. Now, as on this dive site, we're slowly coming to the ledge and we're dropping off. Me, Bon, and Adam. Adam was an awesome guy. He's diving us for a couple of days. He was from Canada, Toronto, and he was awesome to dive with. Pretty new diver, but you wouldn't be able to tell the way his trim was and his position in the water. He was taught really well, which meant we could have great fun diving together. And we were just moving around the dive site. Again, coming to another bommy. This one was maybe about 22 meters and it was full of yellow snappers again. Honestly, I can't go over this. You're gonna realize this. Everywhere you go in Koh Phi Phi, there's yellow snappers everywhere. And of course, there's lionfish. Now, as we know, they are native to this area of the ocean. It's not like the Caribbean or the Atlantic where we hunt them because they're invasive. Here, they're in their natural habitat. And to be honest, they're not in the same numbers as you see in the Caribbean because they have predators. Moray eels love to eat them, the sharks love to eat them, and so do the groupers. But as we move around this dive site, you can just see, again, yellow snappers are everywhere. And it gives an amazing viewpoint for the diver. You're looking at these dramatic landscapes of reef, rocks, structures as these huge pinnacles come roaring out of the ocean. and round them is just a yellow carpet. Honestly, I just truly love it, and the divers just love it as well. You can see them all looking around, pointing, all excited. It is so cool. Now on this trip we left from Phuket, which took us about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours in the sea conditions to dive these beautiful islands. And we got given breakfast, you get lunch on these trips, and snacks after every dive as well. You're truly well fed on these long trips out. We set off around about 7:30 in the morning and we got round the back about 6 in the afternoon. So it is quite a long day, but honestly, from Phuket it is worth it. Even better is if you actually go and stay in Koh Phi Phi, explore it and dive from there. It makes it a lot easier. After grabbing some food on the service info, getting some snacks, getting some lunch in us, it was time for our second dive of the day. And what do? We drop down on a beautiful wall dive on a different island, Koh Bida Nai, which is still part of the Koh Phi Phi island chains. And what do we see? Yellow snappers again. And of course, I've got to look cool underwater and get the selfie with the snappers. But honestly, the landscape is very dramatic. Because these pinnacles are coming straight out of the ocean, heading about 30-40 metres above the ocean, you have these huge vertical walls underneath. Now these islands have been created over years and years of erosion, but it's so cool to see the marine life that are on them. Especially lots of sea urchins. You're going to see in a dive coming up, there's sea urchins everywhere. Which is really nice to see, because if you guys remember from our Dominica videos, we were there last year when all the sea urchin disease went through and pretty much wiped them all out, like the big wipeout in the 1980s. So being somewhere where there's sea urchins everywhere, which are good for the reef, it was really nice to see. Another thing Koh Phi Phi is really famous for is huge barrel sponges. And they're normally covered in lionfish or groupers kicking around hiding them, so it's really quite nice to have a look around. But this was the highlight of the dive, this swim through. I was looking at some anemone fish and then Bon and Adam started heading through the swim through. It's more like a canyon, but it was really cool, giving you a little bit of dimension to the dive site, and there's loads of glassy sweepers, and of course, yellow snappers again. Did we expect anything else about yellow snappers? But you gotta keep your eyes out to where you place your hands, because there was scorpion fish kicking around as well. Now the one thing that's amazing with Thailand, especially Koh Phi Phi, is the biodiversity of marine life. We have blue spotted botfish, we have tiger paws, we have moray eels, there's anemone fish, there was sharks, octopus, cuttlefish. There's so much life, and what makes it better is the amazing visibility. But guys, don't forget to subscribe and join the next dive, the next adventure, as we head to the King Cruiser on Shark Point.